I want to introduce you for the first time. We've got Rachel Martin on the line. Rachel, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Rachel, you are the Arkansas chair for Young Americans for Liberty, also the Oklahoma chair. Tell us a little bit about Young Americans for Liberty.
Okay. So Young Americans for Liberty, they are a pro-liberty organization that mainly focuses on college campuses and turning college students into youth activists for liberty.
That's and tell us a little bit. I mean, the website is yaliberty.org. How did you get involved with something like this?
Well, actually, I was introduced to it by a friend of mine. She was very involved, and she actually was the Virginia state chair at the time. And she was kind of talking about it, and I was trying to get involved with something on campus that I could, make a difference with. And I was leaning towards the Federalist Society, and that's whenever I decided, you know what, Young Americans for Liberty sounds like kind of the place for me. I'm going to check out and see if there's a chapter on my campus. And there was. I go to the University of Arkansas. And so whenever I actually transferred over, I joined. And what was funny is that chapter was actually dead. And it was interesting because I was contacted by a field coordinator with Yale, and they're like, we would actually like you to kind of restart this chapter, get it up and running again. And I was like, absolutely. And so I did. And I did that back in November. I joined in November. I started the chapter whenever the semester started. And then from there around March, I was contacted to become the state chair for Arkansas and Oklahoma.
Wow. So is that difficult? Now, what year are you in college?
I'm a junior in college.
Okay, so junior. So is it difficult, and how do you balance, being at the University of Arkansas and also being the chair and responsible for Oklahoma as well?
Well, it is difficult. It's a lot of time and energy. You have to connect with a lot of people, and you have to talk to them on a regular basis for the most part. But honestly, the way you get to build your network with Yale, you kind of build friendships with these people, and it really doesn't even feel like a job after a while. It feels really nice being able to contact with these people, and there are some great youth activists over at, University of Tulsa, Oral Roberts, Arkansas State. There's some amazing people we've got in my network.
That's great. That's fantastic. We're talking with Rachel Martin. Now, you are the daughter of former Arkansas Secretary of State Mark Martin, who did a fantastic job as Secretary of State 2 terms. So you got to be proud of your dad, right?
Right, of course.
The vision. I'm reading from the website, Young Americans for Liberty. Our vision is to build a bench of 250 Liberty legislators by the end of 2022 at the state level who will advance a libertarian philosophy, ascend to higher office, and reclaim the direction of our government. So, reclaim the direction. So right now, I would assume there are some directions that you disagree with. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the problems that need to be corrected, Rachel?
Well, for the most part, Young Americans for Liberty believes in economic freedom, as well as we believe in kind of principle over party, and we're huge supporters of the Constitution. And from that, the direction of the government as we see it right now is heading towards more government, more regulations, higher taxes, and an imbalanced budget.
Well, the budget is actually something that no one talks about anymore. I mean, people used to talk about it. It was supposedly a big deal in 2008, 2009, 2010, but not really. It seems like we've got people up there that, we're $20 trillion in debt now, and that's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's crazy because this is my 10th year of radio, and I think when we started, we were $12 trillion in debt, and now we're $20 trillion. And I think
we're actually at $23 trillion. Last time I looked.
So $23 trillion. That is crazy. So it's like It's basically adding a trillion a year, And it seems like most people think that, well, we spent $23 trillion that we don't have, and nothing bad has happened yet. We're still living on the backs of our children's future. So why can't we spend 40 or 50 trillion? You know, that seems to be some of these guys' mentality, Rachel.
I would agree, and that's why it's so important for us to train up youth leaders and help get these people elected with Operation Win at the Door at state level, so they can ascend to higher office, and we can start looking towards a more brighter future, thanks to the youth activists knocking doors, making phone calls to get these guys elected.
You said win at the door. What's that?
That is how we are progressing our vision. Win at the Door is actually referred to as Operation Win at the Door, and it's a program that we have that we started up, and it is actually very interesting. So we've spent about 9 years building youth activists, and now it's time to actually utilize those people in what we think is important in our vision. And so essentially what Operation Win at the Door is, we identify liberty-minded candidates in various states at the state level, and we send them. We have them fill out a candidate survey, and we see if they kind of fit what we're looking for, that will support the Constitution. And from there we send our activists out on campaigns to knock doors all over the country. I'm actually going to Mississippi in July. We have some people in Virginia right now, and then the people who can't leave their state, we do a lot of phone banking for those candidates.
Okay, so once you guys get the information, like a candidate survey, then you guys endorse, and then Young Americans for Liberty essentially helps knock doors for the candidate. That's what Win at the Door is.
Correct.
That's great. That really, I'm glad that you call it Win at the Door, because that really is what gets people involved. And plus, once you get that personal touch where somebody has actually come by. Gone issue by issue. Because, see, a lot of people don't like labels, or they hear bad things when you labels it. But if you go issue by issue, this is what this person believes. When it comes to what I would call conservative, most people identify with that. They really, really do. Let's see here. So we're talking with Rachel Martin. She's the Arkansas and Oklahoma chair for the Young Americans for Liberty. You can find out more at yaliberty.org. Now, let me ask you this, Rachel. You are on a college campus at the University of Arkansas. You're involved with other colleges as well. Is this message welcome with everybody? We kind of live in an age where there's this hypersensitivity for people your age, and they don't seem to like conservatism or republicanism. As a matter of fact, they seem to be quite socialist. So what's your interaction with your peers?
That's interesting that you say that. A lot of people, I think, are very susceptible to hearing about YAL because we are technically nonpartisan, and we have portions of ourselves that can, be agreed with by everyone, specifically freedom of speech. And one of our activism events that we do now is we sometimes challenge free speech codes, free speech spaces on public universities by using a giant 8-foot beach ball, rolling it around and letting students, kind of write whatever opinion they have on it. And that really helps draw people in, especially how large the beach ball is. But, it gives us a moment to stay and talk with them, get them to sign up, kind of help them realize what we're about, and see that whether or not you agree with us on smaller issues, you can definitely get behind the fact that we need more free speech and more discourse on campus.
So people, you think, are still they still respond to this idea, this American idea of freedom of speech? Are there people who are hostile to it, though?
I would say the only people that that demonstrate any level of disagreement are typically the administration at public universities. The students, for the most part, are pretty accepting from what I've seen. It's the administration we have to look out for.
Wow. Yeah, that's certainly not the first time I've heard that. That's for sure. Well, Rachel Martin, I really appreciate you coming on the program, Young Americans for Liberty. Appreciate the work that you're doing. Best of luck, and I'd love to have you on again soon, especially to talk more about the great work that you guys are doing.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for having me.
Alrighty, you too, and have a great day. Rachel Martin, everybody.